Advanced Studio Classroom is on the air. This is your advanced class, so join us now in our new lessons for January as we talk about the levity effect. Well, thanks for being with us for our new lessons for January 2009. Don't forget that, Hazel.
Yeah, I won't forget.
2009, is that a funny joke? Not really.
Well, I was just wondering, are we having fun yet?
I don't know. That's what the article is about, and we're glad that Hazel could come back because Hazel is the one who, I don't know if she has the most fun, but whenever Hazel's around, there's a lot of laughter. Isn't that true, Andrea?
That is absolutely true. Hazel
Really?
is
Oh,
a lot of fun and makes working fun, too.
well, thank you. Same for you, too.
Except for me. Because, yeah, I'm
Except
the
for you,
boss.
too,
Right.
except for you.
You're our example, Doris.
But we're glad that we can have someone from Let's Talk
That's
with
right.
us. Yesterday we had our editor from Studio Classroom, Linda Ludwig, and today we have our editor from Let's Talk. We have Andrea with us.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
Woo! Well, I'm happy to be here, and we definitely are having fun with Let's Talk in English.
That's
We've
right.
been at
Let's
the
Talk
mall
is
now.
at the mall
That's
this year,
right.
isn't it?
We are.
Is that fun?
Well, it is fun. It's a fun place to visit. We can learn a lot together at the mall. It's something new and exciting. Yes.
Well, you know, if people who study advanced haven't tuned into Let's Talk or watch the TV show, they might want to. They have a very special part of that program that I think is fun. What's that, Hazel?
The Jungle Cafe.
The Jungle Cafe. Isn't that something? Oh,
That's
boy.
true. Yes, lots of fun things, fun
That's-
characters, and of course, having fun with English as well.
But all of us work here at Studio Classroom, and you can see pictures of our staff on pages 12, 13, and I'm not sure about page 14 if that counts or not.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow, won't
That's
we?
right.
I think it definitely counts, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. But we do have a good time. And so when I saw this book review on this brand new book that's out in the business world called The Levity Effect, they'll be studying that in business schools and things. Does it really make a difference if you have fun? I thought, why don't we do a review on that book for the beginning of this year?
It's a great idea. Hey, I have a question. It shows the book cover in the magazine, and it looks like there's a set of teeth on there.
Well, I don't know because I haven't read the book, but I just saw the review, Hazel.
Well, I was just going to say that sometimes we see these false teeth, and you can wind them up, and then they go up and down, and they make a funny noise and jump around. And it's kind of like a joke that a lot of people know. So that's probably why they put that on there, because it's just a standard joke that a lot of people know. It's like, oh, those false teeth again. So I think that just represents humor.
Well, I
That's
think
true.
Hazel would be the one to know that, wouldn't she?
I'm sure Hazel has a pair of these teeth, right?
She probably
Yeah.
does. I think she does. And Hazel's very good at training her dog, Howdy. Do you have fun with Howdy, too?
Yes, Howdy does a lot of fun things.
Does Howdy like to come to the office sometimes?
Oh, Howdy loves to come.
And
Yeah, she
everybody
gets
loves
so
Howdy.
excited when she's going to come to the office.
Yes, we always appreciate Howdy when he comes onto the floor. She comes
Yeah.
onto the floor, sorry. And yeah,
We have fun.
the dog always has some fun tricks to show us
Yeah.
as well.
But you know,
right.
there are some offices that they don't let dogs come there.
You're right.
But not at Studio Classroom, right?
I think probably at cat factories.
I don't
I'm
know
just-
about that. But, you know, we try to have a good time because if you have a good time and you lighten up, there are some good benefits. And Hazel, we talked about some of those yesterday on page 12.
We did, and some of those would be more effective communication, higher levels of respect among employees, and soaring creativity, which means a big increase and less stress, and those are benchmarks. The real benchmark, I mean, is increased profitability. That's the bottom line.
The bottom line is you can even do better with profits and make more money if people enjoy their work, if the atmosphere is good. And I would say that we have a pretty good atmosphere here at Studio Classroom. Don't you think so?
I agree. I think we have a good balance. We have times where we are definitely focused and we have programs to produce and get done. But I think we also have a a good balance. So we have time to just enjoy the work that we do. We have time to bounce ideas off of each other, fuel our creativity. And yeah, I definitely think it's an atmosphere of fun. We're all smiling
here. We
here.
have birthday parties, don't we?
We do, yes. We have monthly birthday parties to celebrate all the employees born that month. And we definitely do some crazy things at those birthday parties, don't we?
Well, that's true, but we're not going to tell about all of those. But you can see some of the pictures here. In fact, if you get off the elevator sometimes and people know you're coming, you might be met by these girls from the art department with these pom-poms saying, welcome, welcome. Yeah. We have all kinds of fun things, don't we?
Yes, we also like to welcome people to join in the fun, right?
That's
It's always nice when visitors stop by.
And then you can see some of the photos here. We have pictures of Zarina Heijinju with one of our former teacher, Ray Bianchi, who was always lots of fun. Ray not only taught Studio Classroom for many years, but he also professor at Zhengda University. But he still likes to have fun.
Yeah, some people think professors are always serious, but certainly not Ray. He's always joking around.
And when Ray came into Studio Classroom to say hello, there was Zarina Heijinju, and they said, okay, come on, let's just sing a song. And they were singing I Left My Heart in San Francisco right in the office. That was fun.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry I missed that. That does sound like a lot of fun. Yes.
Well, but let's go on to today's lesson now. It's on page 13. And this book, The Levity Effect, talks about jokes, ice cream, and dancing CEOs. Now, does that sound like a business article to you?
Sounds like a circus almost.
Okay. Well, let's read the first paragraph.
Jokes, ice cream, and dancing CEOs. The authors explore the rewards of lightening up the business environment, including more effective communication, higher levels of respect among employees, soaring creativity, less stress, and even that all-important benchmark, increased profitability. The basis of their approach is the concept of trust. A company or manager that not only allows but encourages employees to engage in fun at work, whether that fun comes in the form of lighthearted joking, field trips for ice cream, or a silly dance done when a project is completed, is communicating to those employees that they are valued, trusted members of a team.
So we find here that the two writers of this book, the authors, are exploring the rewards, the benefits of lightening up at the office.
There are some benefits, and we did talk about them yesterday, but let's review them again. One of them was good communication. Now, if you have good communication in an office, does that make the environment quite different, Andrea?
Oh, I think this is key to having a good environment. Finding good communication and clear communication is something that we all always strive for, right? And I think when we have that, it just makes the flow of work go a lot better.
Well, I know with your Let's Talk team, you have quite a few people on your team. You have pretty good communication with each other, don't you?
Well, thankfully, yes, I think we do, but it is something that we always keep working on. It doesn't happen naturally. It does take a lot of hard work and effort, but the reward of good communication is very valuable.
You respect each other more that way, and I think you're more creative, probably because maybe I'll have an idea, and I think this is a good idea. Then Hazel will add a little bit to that, and then you might add. So my idea becomes even more creative because more people have input.
Absolutely, yeah. Kind of even just in brainstorming, we often meet as a team to brainstorm ideas, and we have one little idea that ends up turning into a year-long production.
Turns into Jungle Cafe.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a clear example of that.
And then there is less stress when you can sort of laugh. Maybe you make a mistake and say, oh, I'm sorry, well, I won't do that again. And everybody say, oh, well, Hazel's always doing that. And just kind of make fun of instead of just saying, Hazel, how come you did that? And blaming you. I mean, it's a whole different feeling when you can joke about something, isn't it?
It really is. And I think I'm very fortunate because I come from a family that's like that. Maybe we'd do something wrong or get in trouble and we'd need to be punished or something, but very quickly, someone would make a joke about it and it would be okay.
Well, how come this is a benchmark, this increased profitability? A benchmark is a word that you've probably heard many times, especially in advance, but what does it actually mean?
it's kind of a standard that we set. A benchmark would be something that is our goal, and we maybe have to make a certain amount. And here it's talking about money or profitability. You know, you can have a company that's just so much fun and has communication and many, many benefits, but if it's not making money, you won't have it very long.
You won't have any paychecks.
Yeah, and you'll lose your people. So it's saying, even though maybe that's not the most important thing, but profitability is certainly a standard. That's one reason why we're in business. So hopefully, lightening up will improve that benchmark of profitability.
Well, I have visited companies where everybody's very serious and you don't dare talk to somebody else and so forth, and it just seems everybody's a bit tense. Instead of just like we say, oh, we've worked so hard, let's go out and have some ice cream. And I think it's more fun to work for a company like that, don't you?
I agree. I think these little rewards and benefits of having a lighthearted atmosphere actually encourage us to keep striving on, and they encourage us when we have to work those extra hours or come in on the weekends, because we do have also the fun times to look forward to.
And over here on page 13 in that second column, the third line, they're talking about lighthearted joking. It's not just telling big, long jokes, but just little, we could say puns, little short jokes where you make a play on word, make the word have several meanings or something.
Now, there's different ways to joke. It's talking about a manager that not only allows it, not only permits it, but encourages employees to have fun at work. So there's a little difference there.
Might even go with them.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Some employers may be a little serious. Okay, you can joke a little bit. But when they're encouraging you to joke, it's a lot more fun.
And when they're participating, when the supervisors or management are participating and being examples of that, I think that flows into all of the employees then.
Right. And then they become better members of a team. Now, you might be able to do a lot of things by yourself, but I think we can do so much more with teamwork, don't you?
Absolutely. Yes. Sometimes it's hard to work on a team. And sometimes I find it's hard to delegate at times or give responsibility to others, but we need that. We can't do it on our own. And when you do equip your team with what they need, it makes everything a lot easier.
And people have confidence in each other. And they know if they make a mistake, somebody will help them instead of blaming them. And I think that's important. That's part of this having fun, and this levity effect is, don't worry. 100 years from now, nobody will know the difference. Don't make every little mistake so serious.
That's true. That's true. And as a team, you recognize those mistakes, you learn from them, and move forward.
We used to have a teacher that said you can think of the word team, T-E-A-M, as together, everyone achieves more. And I think that's
a good
true.
word.
Yes. I also like the expression that there is no I in team.
There you go. And I also like when it talks about a silly dance. That makes me think of Andrea.
Oh!
Because Andrea has the dance of joy that she does when she's happy, and it's just fun, and I think
that's the fourth floor. I don't know about
lightens up the fourth floor.
Yeah, the fourth
well,
floor. Yeah,
that is sweet of you to think of that. And Hazel, I appreciate when you join in as well. But it's true, sometimes it is those silly little things that just, can add that sparkle to the afternoon that we need, or can encourage each other with.
Well, look at what they do here. Let's read on to the next paragraph on page 13 and starting in line 17, 18, what they say about the authors here.
The authors provide many examples of fun done right in business. They describe how one CEO joined a troupe of dancers on stage at the company's annual meeting to showcase his approachable human side. They also point out the creative engineers who were allowed to develop unique ways to test new products on site so they could cut down on travel time. Gostick and Christopher showcase a spectrum of uses for levity, which can help readers identify the applications that will be most effective for them. Then they go one better by providing specific, ready-to-use information on how to incorporate levity in the workplace in chapters with titles such as 142 Ways to Have Fun at Work and Overcoming Objections to Levity.
Well, it says the authors provide many examples of fun done in business, and if it has 142 ways to have fun at work, I think we should all buy the book.
Sounds good.
I think so. We can implement one idea a day.
I think we could probably add to some of those, too.
That's true. I'm sure we can.
Probably. I hope we have a little time for work left over.
Well,
but if we don't, that's okay.
It's okay, right? We're not going to blame you. But, remember, the bosses have to do this. So if you want to have fun at work and your boss doesn't, you better give him a copy of the book. Say, have you read the latest book out? Look at this book. And then maybe underline that part.
That's right.
idea.
Highlight some key sections.
That's right. Well, they said one CEO joined a troupe of dancers on stage at the annual meeting. It probably in a Chinese situation, it would be way out, way out, and join them on there to show how approachable he is. And there's a lot of different ways that bosses can do to show that they're human like everybody else. Except for me, I'm the very serious type. I'm sure you're all afraid of me, actually. Aren't you?
Oh, very.
Yes. Oh,
I'm shaking.
Yes,
yeah,
right
I
now.
thought so. Right.
Yeah.
We'll find out about that when we see my picture on the next page. But,
Uh-oh.
yeah. But they point out to these creative engineers who could develop ways to test products, and so they didn't have to go a long ways away. They could do things in their office that people didn't usually do. And I see Hazel, she's always got some kinds of, her office is full of all kinds of things. It looks like she's testing upstairs, jokes and props.
Just got
Did
a
you
lot of
notice that?
stuff in it, huh?
Well,
props and things.
Even just walking by Hazel's office and peeking in is exciting. And when you get to go in, I try to focus on the question I have for Hazel, but boy, there is a lot of fun stuff to look at.
Or even if she's walking out the door sometime with some kind of costume or a mask or something,
Yeah.
Wow. She helps lighten up things around here, doesn't she?
She does, absolutely.
What do you say about that, Hazel?
Well, it's hard to lighten things up with heavy props.
People
you're carrying
heavy
things
props,
around.
see? That's right. And her jokes are really hard
But we do our best.
Yeah.
We do our best to laugh at her jokes sometimes.
We
right?
do.
Now, there is one thing about jokes, though, and laughing. You can laugh with people, and we like to laugh with Hazel. We don't laugh at people. Nobody wants to be laughed at. That's no fun if you're making fun of someone. That's not levity. That's cruel.
And I think we find out more tips about that tomorrow. But you're right. You need to be sure that when you're laughing, people are laughing with you and you're not hurting someone's feelings.
Right. You have to be very
everyone's
careful
having
with
fun.
jokes. Right.
Yeah. Then it can have the opposite effect, right?
Right.
That's true.
But the very last paragraph today talks about these two authors of this, and it says this shows a spectrum for the uses of levity, a range of objects, ideas, and opinions. Not just one. There's not just one way. Not somebody sitting around telling jokes or wearing funny costumes. There's a big spectrum, a big, large range of things.
And I think it does depend on what business you are in to know which one of these ideas you can implement. I think for us, being an English teaching organization, we often use something that's called edutainment.
What's that?
Well, it
Edutainment.
puts together entertainment and education. So education plus entertainment equals edutainment. And I think we do that often on our shows or even here on the radio. We have fun. We try to entertain but also teach.
Have you ever heard when Bill's there? He's always laughing. We missed Bill's laugh today, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
He'll be back soon.
We can have to laugh like that.
Right.
We may
Well,
have to laugh like that later.
That's true.
Yeah.
More now. But anyway, the idea, we're talking about the workplace, but yesterday when we were talking, I was thinking about learning English because some people think that's just such a serious thing. And it is. It's got a lot of benefits, but if you can make it fun, if you can have fun while you're learning,
English can be fun, right?
you'll learn more quickly and you'll enjoy it more and you'll probably remember more and use English more often. So that's a good thing in life. Sometimes you just need to lighten up.
That's true. Laughter is the best medicine, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And at work, if we are having fun, I think that can definitely increase the whole morale. We still have work to do. There's still times where we have to work hard.
Now we're back to work again. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But, it says that you can go on and you can have ready-to-use information. If you can't think of it yourself, I don't know if we really need that because with Hazel and Linda Ludwig around here and Andrea, all you people that like to have fun, I don't even know if we need a book like that. We already have a lot of ways to have fun here at work, don't we?
Well, maybe we can write our own book.
Hey, that would be a good idea, Hazel. You write the book and I'll sign and sell it for you, right?
Well, actually, I think, though, you can always have more ideas. I think 142 ideas, that'd be great to look through and see if any of them would work at the office. Or
That's right. We can write volume 2
That's true, right?
of this book.
But it says here you could it says that they could actually have this in overcoming objections to levity. Now, this is what some of you might have to do. If the people in your company are very serious people and you tell them to do this, they're going to say, well, that's foolish, But you might want to help overcome their objections. That might be a good chapter for some of you to read. How are you going to overcome objections when people say, this is a business here. This is not the movies. This is not studio classroom. This is a very serious business. But I think we should read that chapter and find out ways to overcome their objections.
I think so, too. And my guess is we've already talked about some of those ways. If your manager knows that you can make more money, that you'll have better teamwork, more creativity, perhaps those are some ways that you can overcome it when people object.
Tell him you're going to have a stronger bottom line and he might go for it.
That's true. I do also think that everybody does have a different sense of humor, different things that they find funny. So I'm sure that, for every employee, there might be kind of a different way that they would lighten things up. So just also that adds variety as well in the different ways people can lighten up or add humor.
Well, and that's true. And cultural situations are quite different. I know that when I remember when Chinese people, when I first came out to Asia, and I realized they were laughing, but they were talking about money. Well, we're going to have to raise the price. Ha, ha, ha. I didn't think that was very funny. But, that was their way of saying, making it a little lighter. We're going to have to pay more money. But let's laugh about it, So culturally, there's a lot of different things
true.
to involve.
Yes.
You have to learn those, don't you?
We do.
But we do have a little skit for today, so let's find out if they're having fun.
Johnson, come in here.
Yes, sir, Mr. Smedley. How may I help you?
Johnson, we've been too focused on the bottom line here at Mega Computers. All the employees have been working very hard, so I think we need to have a little fun for a change.
Fun, sir? I thought that wasn't allowed, Mr. Smedley.
Oh, come on, Johnson. You know I can be a fun guy sometimes. I even told a joke last year. See, Johnson, what we need is some levity here to help the staff relax and enjoy work more.
So, what do you have in mind, Mr. Smedley?
A talent show, Johnson. We'll do it at the annual shareholders meeting. All those stilted shareholders will see what a fun bunch we are here, and we showcase our various talents.
Do you think that's a good idea, sir, at the shareholders meeting?
Of course it's a good idea, Johnson. It's my idea. The shareholders already know that Mega Computers is a serious computer manufacturer. I want everyone to see the full spectrum of our abilities that the employees possess.
Can I be in the talent show, Mr. Smedley?
Absolutely, Johnson. What is it that you do?
In my spare time, sir, I've harnessed all my energy into becoming an opera singer.
Really? You're an opera singer, Johnson? I didn't know that.
Well, yes, I guess I am, sir. What about you, Mr. Smedley? What can you do?
Magic! See, Johnson, I'll get up there and instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, I'll pull money out of it. The shareholders will see that Mega Computers can magically make money appear.
The shareholders will love that, Mr. Smedley. It's brilliant.
I know, Johnson, I know. That's why I'm the boss around here.
Well, I think there's a lot of things different people can do, and I know that as we think about different companies, they'll be doing different things. But remember that if you enjoy your job, you'll probably work harder, longer, and be a better employee.
I agree. I think it's one of the best things is being able to wake up in the morning and be excited about work. Or even if you're not quite excited right away, but at least you're not dreading going to work, right?
Well, some people, if they hate to miss work because they might miss something that's going on.
Ah, that's true.
That happens at Studio Classroom.
That's true. Even for me, a day in the studio, I'm away from the office. Whenever I come back, what happened today? What stories did I miss?
That's
We
right.
work
like
with
that.
a lot of fun people. We really do.
Yeah,
we
we
have
do.
a lot of talented people here, a lot of creative people here, a lot of fun people here.
Remember teacher Vicky, she's always lots of fun too. Mm-hmm. She's not on the program as much now, but she always likes to have fun.
Yep.
And most of our teachers do like to have fun.
That's right. every Friday night we have a program that you might want to visit if you live near Taipei.
That's
and
true.
we have a lot of fun there, too.
Friday Night Live, yeah.
Show you that your English teachers are not always so serious.
That's true. In fact, we might even have more rallies and TV shows. We'll let you know about them during the year, and you can come out and meet the teachers more. That'll be fun.
Yes, we would love to meet you.
Be sure you check our websites, too, because there'll be exciting news and things for you on all of the websites. Now, we have Andrea here today from Let's Talk, and you do have some fun, exciting things coming this year in Let's Talk, don't you?
Well, yes, we have a new show. Well, we're still teaching English, but we have a new location. We are at the mall. You'll meet new characters. They'll be going to new places. And through it all, we'll still be learning a lot together.
And some of you might want to try our cyber village where you can do things on the web. And we always have fun thinking of new things here. And don't forget to look for some tricks coming up with Hazel's dog from time to time.
I hope so.
Well, thanks for being with us today. And we'll finish the speed review tomorrow when we have the very last part of our lesson and we see who the real boss is around here. That's going to be frightening.
Oh,
that's going to be scary.
Nobody
right?
wants to miss that. Be sure to come back
one.
tomorrow.
Okay, so have a good time today, everyone, and lighten up. Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.